The greatest ideas have come from sitting on the toilet. Every day, some company, individual, or group is known for giving the public a load of bullshit. Come here to get your daily dose of shit by Alan Cousin. It's time you hear the shit everyone wants to know.
Hello, and welcome to your daily dose of shit with Alan Cousin, of course, today on Monday, March 13, 2023. Boy, it's a Monday. Anyway, don't know about you, but it's been a pretty busy Monday for me. I had a lot to do, a lot to get done, and surprisingly enough, I got it done. So now I'm quite happy. I even went out in the yard and picked up some leaves and, because I have 8 trees in my home. Yeah, I didn't think about that when I bought it, but yeah, 8 trees. So, when the springtime gets here, those leaves just start falling, and you just gotta have a choice of paying to get it picked up or pick it up yourself. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get, keep myself healthy and shape, so I tend to do it myself for the time being. Now, when I can't, hey, I'll pay somebody else, but for now, I'm gonna do it myself. So, did some leaves, which I'm very proud of, and it's a nice day outside, actually, 57 degrees, so nice and windy. Probably take me a walk afterwards and enjoy the weather, since it's actually nice here in the Colony, Texas. Maybe go by the marina and relax by the water, But anyway, yeah, today's Monday. Hope you're having a good day. Mondays tend to be a little manic. Many people tend to be like, oh, it's Monday, gotta go back to work, oh my God, I gotta deal with this, So trust me, I do understand it's not always the best days. Plus, of course, we had springtime, so we did lose an hour of sleep starting yesterday, and that never helps us when you lose an hour of sleep. I mean, those 60 minutes are very vital sometimes, depending on what you do on a daily basis, So I don't know about you, but I was not too happy about losing that extra hour of sleep. So, but I'm sure I'll adjust to it, of course, but still, I kind of miss it already, So what am I going to talk about today? Well, let me tell you, it was very interesting. As I was sitting on my porcelain throne thinking, and of course, letting it all out, dropping the boys off in the poo, had some salad last night, so it was a little easy to digest and get through, as they say. I was reading my news articles, of course, and the headliners, and of course, and I was like, oh my gosh, are you serious? I read this article about this man in Ohio who owned several zebras, pet zebras, I might add. And unfortunately, 911 was called because one of the pet zebras, the male pet zebra, I might add, bit the owner's arm off. Yeah. Bit the owner's arm off. And it was not just that. When the police came to try to assist, the zebra started to charge at them. And then even when they got into their squad cars trying to block in the zebra started to charge the squad cars, hitting the cars. Now, people don't realize, and they finally figured it out at the end, that the zebra was the male zebra. And, of course, the other zebras were the female zebras. Hello, springtime. Hello. What's going on now, right? But, of course, the owners probably don't pay attention to that kind of thing. So then realize that the male zebras were probably getting it on with the female zebras. And then, of course, protecting them because, hey, it's springtime. It's about to be mating season. And because he didn't pay attention properly, what happens? You get your arm bit off. So I'm like, okay. Yeah, that's not something you want to not have deal to do with, like, I'm sorry, you got your arm, like, cut off, bitten off. Yeah, so I'm just saying, the thing is, I don't think these individuals, I mean, yeah, I understand you want to have this pet, exotic pet. and you want to, basically go ahead and have it as a pet. But I don't think you understand. You're looking at getting an exotic animal. An exotic animal now. An animal that's born to be in the wild. And you want to have it as your domesticated pet. There's a reason it's called an exotic animal. There's a reason it was born in the wild. It was not meant to be a domesticated pet. You're not meant to have zebras, tigers, lions, panthers, and boa constrictors in the wild brought to your home and become a domesticated pet. Or wolves, or jaguars, or cheetahs. I mean, I understand the fantasy of it, and oh my God, fascination and all that, but come on, man. Let them be in the wild. Go get a normal pet. Or if you want, get a reservation where you can, protect them and get acres of land and put them on the acres of land and take care of them for others to see and then visit them. Do that. That way they still are in the wild. I just don't get it. I sometimes wonder when these people, decide that they're going to buy, an exotic animal as a pet. Do they think everything through? I mean, first of all, the amount of money it costs just to take care of the animal, just to feed the animal. And then, like I said, you have to understand, you are dealing with an exotic animal, an animal that lives in the wild, instinctively knows how to do things based on living on its own, and is not looking to be trained to do what you tell it to do, and I don't think they think about that sometimes. And like I said, I feel sorry for the guy in Ohio, and I feel sorry for the guy that got his arm bit off by the zebra in Ohio. But at the same time, you had 8 zebras. 8 zebras. Why? Like, why? I just, like I said, I don't understand personally. I mean, granted, I get it to a point, but I mean, sometimes we as humans have to understand that, yeah, it's nice to have. It's nice to go see them at the zoo. If you want to get a sanctuarium and, protect a preservation, and protect them maybe, and then you can visit them that way, But to bring them and just have them living in your area, in your backyard, whether it be a ranch or a home, I mean, even if it's a ranch, I mean, living there and trying to domesticate them, it just doesn't work. It's not meant to be that way. So I just want to say, for all you out there, I mean, I have fascinations of having certain animals. I've always wanted to have a jaguar or something as a pet, but then I thought about it and I was like, Alan, really? Really? A jaguar as a pet? You might wake up one day and next thing you know, the jaguar's like, you know what? I'm hungry. You were late on feeding me. I'll just eat you instead. Or the heat, the ozone layer may get so hot one day that it might start frying their brains. And next thing you know, they forget that you're the master and their owner. And all they know is they're mad, angry, and can't think straight. And you're instinctively now prey. I mean, these things can happen, I mean, the sun is getting hotter. The frequency of the lightning and all that, and the air. I mean, everything's changing, and so of course, as it definitely will cause problems with humans, it definitely causes problems with animals. And I just don't think that people really look at the big picture when it comes to owning a pet. I mean, it's a lot of responsibility you have to deal with that. And I understand it's the whole thing of, ooh, look, I get to show this off, or I get to say I can afford this, and I'm one of very few to do that. And I get all that, but you gotta think things through. Like, did he really need 8 zebras? I mean, really, did he need 8 zebras? 1, maybe 2. Why 8? You know, I'm just saying. I don't really understand. I don't know what his game plan was, you know, but I'm just saying, you know, 8 zebras. So I hope he's okay. You know, maybe with our technology and our medical, you know, we can normally put arms back on and stuff. But just saying, you know, just think about when you decide you want a pet, get a pet. You know, go get a pet. Go to the store and get a pet from the store. And don't go getting no exotic pets. Don't get no exotic animals, you know. And by the way, I apologize for our beginning. For some reason, our studio recording was having some issues all of a sudden, just faultiness just kind of kicked in. So I don't know. I've been thinking lately that I noticed our computer's been having some issues. I'm not sure about y'all, but every so often our computers get a little glitch. I mean, even American Airlines had glitches this weekend with flying. I mean, when I went to fly to Houston for a day trip, basically, they had us on the tarmac for an hour due to weight capacity glitch. And I was like, okay. And that's important. I don't mind, because I don't want to fly up there and the weight capacity is not right, because we're not going to do very well in the air. So, but I'm just saying, they had a lot of glitches, and a lot of the planes were late coming in and going out. And, you know, so it was an interesting one-day trip. That was not the right time to fly. Let me just say that. I will not be planning to fly again to any area during the first day of spring break. It was not. But I had to do that for my girl, because she had to go to some appointment in Houston. And so, of course, I was, you know, flying with her so she can get to her appointment. But I told her next time we're not doing any trips in spring break. No. So, but like I said, I just wanted to talk about that. That's the main. I mean, I could talk about the bank situation with Silicon Bank and the 2 other banks closing, and you know how that's really not good. But it's so nice to see the Federal Reserve and government say that they're not going to bail out the banks this time, but they're going to take care of the customers, which is good to hear, because it's nice that they're finally realizing that the customers need to be taken care of, because it's our taxpayers' dollars that's helping all these companies a lot of times. And, you know, because the federal money is really the money being given by us. So it's nice to see that they're going to take care of the individuals who were at no fault of their own, because the banks were the one that misspent and overspent and messed up, not the people who put their money in the banks. So they deserve their money. The banks, of course, on the other hand, don't need to be bailed out, and they need to realize you can't manage your funding, you can't manage your business, then guess what? You lose. It's on you. You can't say, oh man, we messed up, fix it for us. No, this is not one of those things where you have parents and the government's your parent and your dad and your mama, and you're like, oh, I messed up, can you help me? No, you're a business. You're supposed to know how to handle and operate your business. And if you fail in your business, then you have to pay the penalties of failure for your business. And I think the banks, stay so spoiled, you know, because 2008, every one of them got bailed out. Oh, we all lost money. Oh, just give it back to us. All right. And that was it. No, not anymore. You need to grow up. I mean, really. So I'm very happy to see that the Federal Reserve and the government have promised to help the patrons who basically had their money deposited, but have already told the banks, hey, we're not billing you out this time. It's all on you. Now, Elon Musk, of course, because, you know, he's always looking for opportunities, is very much looking at possibly purchasing Silicon Bank. So, you know, even though that stock went from like $161 to like $30 a share overnight, I'm pretty sure Elon Musk is like, hey, this might be a sweet deal to buy into, you know, and hey, he'll bring it back to where it needs to be, and he'll probably manage it much better than the current management. You know, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so as I said, pets, yeah, get pets, exotic pets. Yeah, let's stop with that, okay? And well, we'll just talk more on the whole recession thing coming. I'm just gonna leave that, you know, alone for now. But just don't buy no exotic pets, please. Let's let the exotic pets stay where they need to be, in the exotic jungles, in Africa, in the Amazon, you know, in the wild. Yeah. Okay? So anyway, it was nice to talk to all of you. Hope you enjoyed your day. Hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. And of course, I look forward to talking to you tomorrow and give you your next daily dose of shit as always. It could be something good, bad, could be crazy, weird. Who knows what it will be, because guess what? It's what I'm thinking about while I'm sitting on the toilet. And let me tell you, a lot can go on when you're sitting on the porcelain throne and quiet. You never know where your mind may go. So, with that being said, always remember, there's idiots everywhere. Just laugh at them and continue to live. All right. Have a great one.
Thanks for listening to your Daily Dose of Shit Talk Show. If you have some insights, questions, or information of bullshit to pass on, please email us at momentousevents@aol.com. Make sure to come back daily to hear some new shit about money, business, life, and who knows what else as I take a dump on the toilet.